I had to come back out here today. Today. 1 second, Pete. Shit, bro. We good? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all good? All these wires I'm trying to untangle right quick. They were thrown, I didn't know. Make sure we got volume because we preach it on the Sunday, break it down on the Monday, teach it on the Tuesday. So we're about to get into some deep teaching. I hope y'all have pencil and paper because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need the pencil and paper this morning. Put y'all on real game. Got people getting mad with me, but how you get mad with somebody for teaching the Bible? He knows it. Well, where they come from? Well, they got sugar in their tank or something. Yeah, you gonna get mad with somebody for teaching the Bible? Teaching the Bible, bro. I'm teaching financial literacy through the Bible. Nobody never taught us that. Anybody never taught y'all that. Don't you lie. Don't you lie. Don't you do. The only thing they told you, sow a seed, big. They never taught you about the Bible, about the money. Don't even try it. Say that lie for somebody else. Don't put no stars on nobody's chest. We ain't about to be faking around here. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all all right? Everybody good? Anybody have a who need a weight loss program? Come sit out here. It's about to bite. Look like you losing weight. Shh, you'll be too. If you sit in the backyard for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, working out and teaching the Bible, I think this is the best weight loss in the world. You can't get no better program than this one. And the bike got the best weight loss program in the world. Sit there, son. Come sit out here. Come sit out here. Guarantee you're gonna lose some pounds. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Now, all right, people. Come on, how y'all doing? Everybody all right? Everybody good? You have a lot of people asking questions. I like that. I like that, right? You have a lot of people who think, they could just grab this book or just grab that book and get this. You're not going to just get this just grabbing the book. It ain't happening. It don't work like that, right? Now, I teach it on a Tuesday, so I brought extra information out, right? I had to put my bandana on because I can't keep wiping my face. The sweat is hot, right? So now watch this. I'm gonna deal with several chapters, right? I'm gonna deal. We in 2 Corinthians 8th chapter. We gonna go back in 2 Corinthians 8th chapter, right? We dealing with money. We dealing with money, right? So we'll go back in 8 Corinthians, the 8th chapter, so you have a better understanding what the gift of generosity is about. We're going to go in the 9th chapter that you'll understand investment with the generosity, right? Okay, stop right, hold that, right? Now, I'm going to come out of the 18th chapter of Matthew. I'm going to come out of the 25th chapter of Matthew. I'm going to come out of the 12th chapter of John. I'm going to come out of the 6th chapter of John. The reason why I'm coming out of all these chapters is because I'm going to show you something right now. Yesterday, I made a statement. Do you know the difference between the church collection and what they did for Paul? No, you dig? We don't know the difference because nobody never told us the difference because they run a bunch of stuff together. There were times when people looked out for Paul, but then they also gave to the church. There were times when people looked out for Paul, but they also gave to the church. This is why Paul in Philippians say, and my God gonna supply y'all need because of what y'all did for me, not the church. In 2 Corinthians, he's teaching them how to make this thing profitable for them, right? I'm going to go in the 20th chapter of Acts. I'm going to break the 20th chapter of Acts down to give you a better understanding, right? The reason why I'm going in the 18th chapter of Matthew is to show you money, okay? I'm going to break the parable down. The whole chapter was about forgiveness, but y'all say, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, God is in the midst. That was about forgiveness, nothing else. But because y'all think because y'all gonna get this because 2 or 3 of y'all done showed up. No, the whole chapter is about forgiveness. I'm gonna show you the money, right? I'm gonna deal with 10,000. I'm gonna deal with $10, right? $10 and 10,000 is 2 different things, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in the 25th chapter of Matthew. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, I'm gonna explain talent, right? Okay, now 151211. 151211, right? Okay, stop. You talk about, I got a talent, I got a talent. Do you really understand the value of what you're saying? Do you really understand the value of what you're saying? No, because nobody taught you all, right? Okay, now, when I go in the 25th chapter of Matthew, he gave 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1. That was money, right? Now, I'm going to show you the money that's talent compared to the money that's denaro, compared to the money that's shekel, compared to the money that's a mite. That's different money, right? Okay, now watch this. I'm going to deal with 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? In the 18th chapter, he owed him 100 pence, right? Stop. In the 6th chapter of John, he said we have 200 penny worth. Stop. We go in the 12th chapter of John, Judas said I could have sold that for 300 pence, right? So now we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, right? We know that in dealing with the parable and dealing with the first going to be last and the last going to be first, that was to pay them a day wages, right? 1 penny was worth a day wages. Stop. Now, when I go to towns, I'm going to show you millions. When I go in Matthew, I'm going to show you thousands. I'm going to go to the man, I'm going to show you the 10, right? Okay, now watch this. I'm not going to deal with the parable, with the woman, with the mite, right? That's a whole different story by itself. Y'all done been robbed about that. Leave that alone, right? If Peter go to the lake, get the fish, take the money out the fish mouth, that was to pay the taxes. Which tax? Poll tax, temple tax, a daily tax. What type of tax? But it was enough for 2, right? Okay, stop. Hold that thought. We're going to grab all these stories. We're going to grab the Good Samaritan, right? But I'm not going to mess with the Good Samaritan. I'm not going to mess with Peter going to the water. I'm not going to mess with the woman with the mite, right? But now, dealing with the story with the Good Samaritan, we know the priest came by, looked at the man, kept going, right? We know that the person that take over, that cleans and do whatever they do in the temple, they went, looked at the man, kept going, right? But then when the Good Samaritan came, he helped the man. He gave 2. He gave 2, right? But his 2 was worth what? The penny was worth $1. So he gave $20, right? That shows generosity from the Good Samaritan. Stop. No. I'm asking you a question, right? There's a story in the 18th chapter. I'm going to deal with it, right? The man owed the king $10,000. The king say, I want my money. I don't care how you get it. I want my money. The man go to crying. The man go and doing this and that. So the king said, you know what, bro? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You owe me $10,000, but don't worry about it. Okay, cool. The same man run up on somebody who owed them, right? They owe him 100 penny, 100 pence, right? Okay, now. But he don't forgive the person that owe him 100, right? Okay, stop. Now, when I break all this down, I'm going to show you all how you all been played in the church, right? Stop. We go in the 4th chapter of Philippians. In the 4th chapter of Philippians, Paul said nobody gave except you all, right? Okay, cool. We're going to go back in 1 Corinthians, the 16th chapter. He was already picking up collections. So now when we get to the 2 Corinthians, the 8th chapter, was really what this is about. What this is about. He that sows sparingly should reap sparingly, right? He was teaching investment. What the investment was to? The church. Not the church. Not the church. You alive, you said the church. So now, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. This the money they beat y'all out of when they pay for you. When y'all come to the conference, y'all gonna learn finances. Y'all come to the conference, y'all gonna learn money. Just tune in. Pastor Mike will teach you about that money. Watch this. I'm gonna go in this Bible because I need to work with 2 Bibles. I'm gonna go in the brown book. And in the brown book, I'm gonna break all the money down, right? Right now today, the brown book got value. Where you get that book from? Where you get that book from? What's in that book? What's the name of the book? What's the name of the book? I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you. Why? Who gave the book value? If I don't teach from the book won't have no value. But because I'm teaching from the book, now everybody want the book. Okay, cool. Hold that thought, right? I'm gonna pull in my Bible. I need my Bible, right? Oh, I used to go through this every day in jail, right? Every day. I had a preacher come on Instagram. You jailhouse preacher. That's because your dumb ass don't know nothing. You need to go to jail, preacher. You might learn something, preacher. Let me show you something. I'm gonna break your heart right quick. Right? I'm showing you that one book can't help you. That one book can't help you. If I pull out this book, I'm gonna break down gold, silver, bronze, iron, gold, silver, bronze, iron, right? Okay. The Babylonians worked with the gold, right? But the gold was weighed. You had to weigh gold. You had to weigh silver. Babylon, Media, Persia, Greece, right? So by the time the Greeks get in the game, we got bronze, right? By the time Rome get in the game, Rome gonna take over, right? Okay, hold that. We ain't gonna pull that out, right? If I go here, this is in your blue folder. I'm gonna teach you Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. After you get understanding of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, this is the book of Acts, right? First chapter, 13th chapter, 16th chapter, 18th chapter, 21st chapter, 28th chapter of Acts, right? Paul's first mission, second mission, third mission, right? Now, Paul's first book was to the church of Galatia. That was his first book. Not like they got in the Bible. In the Bible, you got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You got the book of Acts. Then you got Romans. Then you got 1st and 2nd Corinthians. Then you got Galatians. That's how the Bible is put together. But according to the proper chronological order of the Bible, in the Paul's first mission, he wrote Galatians. Then you get the book of James. Then you get Corinthians. Then you get Romans. Then you get another part of Galatians because it's written in two parts because Paul was writing back and forth. Stop. Now, watch this. If I walk you through this, I'm going to give you a proper chronological order of the Bible, how the children of Israel, 70 years was in Babylon, right? This is where the game get changed when they go to Babylon. Hold that thought, right? This book, I want this book. Man, come on, bro. I've been studying it for 20 years, man. I've been studying this for 20 years. Now, watch this. I'm going to read to you out of Acts. And there accompanying him and at Tarsus, right? And we sailed away from Philippi, after the days of unleavened bread, right? Now, watch this, people. Watch this. Okay, stop. But when we get to Philippians, he said nobody gave other than you. Nobody gave other than you. How, Paul? How nobody gave when the Corinthians had already gave when you went to the Corinthians before you went to the church at Philippi, right? Stop. Now, watch this. I'm gonna break y'all, bust y'all. Faithful ministry grew, disciples. These men were chosen by the various churches to help Paul deliver the was from Berea. Where you at? Now you know we're the church of Berea. We don't want to search the scriptures to make that sure that Sopater was from Berea. He may be the same person mentioned by Paul being with him when he wrote Romans 16. He was the servant of the Lord who held a high esteem by the church at Berea, He was trusted with their offerings to the church of Jerusalem. He was trusted with their offerings to the church at Jerusalem, to send it to Jerusalem. Who? Sopater. Okay, hold that though. Ain't good enough, Peter, man. Well, let's get some more then. Articus, right? Secundus. This only reference to him, he was a disciple of Paul. Man highly esteemed by his church at Thessalonica. Being entrusted of the offerings to Secundus, you picked up the money in Thessalonica, right? Y'all turn, church folks. Told you they've been playing you. Y'all turn. Ridiculous. Out here, out teach me, they don't know enough. I'm a Thessalonian. So what y'all did, Mike, everybody went to the different churches and picked up the money and brought it to Paul. Well, Paul, when they gave to me, Mike, That's why I say, and my God should supply y'all need, because all the stuff y'all did for me, it was like a sweet smelling savior in my God's nostril. Now he gonna supply y'all needs. I said, but why y'all ran all that damn game on us in these churches? Y'all just that slow, Pastor. I ain't finished. Watch this. Gaius was a name, a common, and there were several possibilities as to who he was, right? So we got Gaius, we got Secundus, we got Sopater, right? Trophimus was one from Ephesus. There are only 3 references to him. He was highly esteemed leader in the church Ephesus, who was entrusted with their offerings to the poor. See, bro, the church Ephesus gave you their money, right? The church at Berea gave you their money, right? The church that gave you their money, right? See, why the hell y'all been lying in these churches? I been knew y'all was fake. I been knew y'all was running game. God have a set time for everything. Now y'all explain what the hell y'all been doing in these churches. I'll wait. I ain't finished. Watch this. He arrested Paul. He was left sick by Paul at Miletus. This is why when we get in the book of Revelation, we're going to deal with the church of Miletus. We're going to deal with the church of Tarsus. We're going to deal with the church of Colossia, because it's not 7 churches, it was really 11 churches. But who's going to teach us Revelation? Who's going to teach us all the churches? Stop. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. If I go in here, I'm going to pull out coins. This is out of 1770, right? And when I break down the coins, it's going to blow your mind. Hold that thought. I'll break the story down to you. Listen, you gotta listen. We read both the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence. He owed him 100 pence, right? 100 pence, right? Denarius. This means that the amount the man owed was not a pettience, but 100 days' wages, of course. It was significant compared to $10,000. $10,000 compared to $10,000. How? Remember now, when they fed the 5,000, Jesus be worth $10,000. Stop. How couldn't 200 penny worth not feed 5,000? Stop. Now you explain the Bible to me. Well, enough of the game. You explain to me. Because now when I get to the talent, but 100 days wages, of course, it was significant compared to 10,000 talents, 30 million each time. So now when we deal with talents, he gave 15121, 1512111. So now, up at the mic, I got talent. Boy, you don't even know who the hell taught you. You don't know what you have, man. You don't know the power. Now, let me break the Bible down for you. Hold that thought. Let's get Bible. Come here, Bible. You go down there too. If we go in the 23rd chapter of Matthew, right? In the 23rd chapter of Matthew, Jesus telling them, say, bro, watch them. They dirty, they low down, they no good. Don't be like them. Watch them. Pay attention to them, right? Okay. When we get in the 24th chapter, they come to Jesus in the temple, watch them, because they dirty, they low down, they no good, right? So now Jesus on the Mount of Olivet, he's chilling, right? So then they come to Jesus. So now they asking Jesus, said, bro, what's going to be the sign of your second coming, and how we going to know this, right? So now he going to break down the red horse, the white horse, the black horse, the pale horse, right? He going to tell them about men, he going to come in my name. He going to tell us about wars and rumors of wars. He going to tell us about famine and pestilence, right? Stop. Now, watch this. When he get to the 25th chapter, now he's telling them about the 5 foolish brides. The 5 foolish brides represents the Holy Spirit, because they did not have no oil in those brides. Then he gonna say, I lost my page 25. And for the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling into a far country, who called his servants and delivered unto them goods, right? And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1. To every man according to millions, millions, millions. He go use some money, he go use some money, he go use some money. 1 5, 1 2, 1 1. Now, talents is more than it's because of the situation that happened. Now, watch this. Come in, Matthew. Come in, Matthew. In the 18th, telling that lie in these churches. Whoever 2 or 3 are gathered, God is in the midst. It was about forgiveness, baby. It's about forgiveness. Not about you getting a damn thing. You gotta forgive. That's y'all problem. These jokers have taught y'all anything. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go tell him his fault, right? Jump down. Again, I say unto you that if your brother shall agree on earth, touching anything that in my name, I'm in this. Well, why, God? Mike, listen, bro. You went to the brother, right? He didn't accept it, right? Okay, cool. Then you got 2 other brothers to go to the brother. He still didn't want it, right? So now you done brought the brother to the congregation, right? That's 2 or 3. Why, Mike? Because it takes 2 to be a congregation, right? That is 2 or 3 gathered in my name because you're forgiving the brother. Damn, where y'all get this foolishness from? That's how they getting pressed. That's why they playing. Together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Then came Peter. Jesus said unto him, I say unto thee, unto... Well, come on back to Mike. Let's pray that you get the house. If you don't get your foolish self away. But the Bible said wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, it's about forgiveness. It's about forgiveness. Okay, well, tell me, how could 1,000, how could 100 pennyweight be compared to 10,000? Tell me. You know the Bible. Wherever 3. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take 10,000 talents. 10,000 talents. So what you doing, Jesus? I'm sharing a story about Peter, about forgiveness. I'm teaching them, Mike, how they got to forgive, Mike. I'm telling them wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, God is in the midst pertaining to forgiveness, not nothing else, Mike. So now I'm breaking the story about the king, right? Do owe the king 10,000 talents, not pennies, not dineros, not a mite, not shekel, 10,000 talents, 1,000 talents. But for as much as he had not to pay, his law commanded him to be sold, and his wife, and his children, and all that he had, payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down passion and loosed him and forgave him of the debt. Forgave him 10,000, $30 million. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Dude owed you $30 million and you, because y'all don't understand what y'all even reading. 2 or 3. So now you got the king. Dude owed the king. Say, bro, listen, sell him, sell his wife, sell his children. No, bro, don't do that to me. Don't do that to my wife. Don't do that to my children. So now God touches dude hard. Now he move with compassion. You know what, bro? I forgive you. I forgive you. Remember now what y'all say. For where 2 or 3 are gathered, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, you got the king and you got the king's men around. They watched forgive him. They watched the king forgive that man of 30 million. Was moved with compassion and loose him and forgave him of his debt. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat and saying, pay me that thou owe me. Boy, give me my money. Say, hold up, man. You owe $30 million. That's $10,000 in today's time compared to $30 million. One was talent, one was pence. One was talent, one was pence, a mite, a denaro. or a shekel. Y'all don't know the difference because the church didn't teach you the difference. But yet, look at all the money out the fish mouth. The man, the good Samaritan. Boom. The forgiveness story. He paid the first last and the last first, right? That was dealing with what? When I told them about my ending, I told them about the 5 foolish brides, because the 5 foolish brides, did you give them dinero, Jesus? No, Mike, I gave them talents. $1 million. But here you go. But Pastor Mike, your gift gonna make room for you. God bless me with a talent. Damn, God. I didn't pay him like that. How, brother? They pays people like that. Man, that's ridiculous. Ain't no way in the world he that stupid. He said he went to Bible college. He said he went to seminary. Brother Mike, where you get that book from? Brother Mike, where you get that from? Brother Mike, where you get it from? God. And I'm going to walk you with it. You good lying preachers. The same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence. And he lay saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison, should he pay the debt. Say, bro, the king didn't do you that. How you did that man that? Say, Pastor, bro, God didn't do you that. How you doing God's people that? See how the game go? You run game on God's people. God didn't run game on you. God forgave you for being so low down, dirty, and no good. Now you gonna go to the people? If you ever need to see, and you gotta pay 10%. Don't you ever in life and teach you a damn thing, but won't beg for everything. In the 16th chapter of, come here, Corinne. Thanks. In the 16th chapter of 1 Corinthians, right? I have given orders to the churches of Galatia, even so do you. So Paul, so Paul, this 1 Corinthians. So you already told the Galatians what time it was, right? So now you're about to go to Corinth and pick up their money, right? 1 Corinthians, right? Right? Okay, now. Upon the first day of the week, let every one of you lay by him, and that's 1 Corinthians, right, Paul? Right, Paul? At the last, your care of me, not the church. Your care of me, not the church. Your care of me has flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but you lacked the opportunity, right? Okay, cool. Let's keep reading. Paul says, communicate with me with my afflictions. Now you Philippians, no church, communicate with me as in concerning giving and receiving, but you only. So, hold up, Paul. According to 1 Corinthians, not 2 Corinthians, but according to 1 Corinthians, but you're telling the church at Philippians, nobody gave other than y'all. But yet, the Corinthians, you was going to pick up the collection. I wasn't going there to get no collection. You see Secundus, you see Triumphus, you see Gaius, they was picking up the money from these different churches and bringing it. Hold up, Paul. Yeah, I'm telling the Philippians that nobody blessed me like they did. Well, I'll be damned. What the world going on here? Do y'all know the difference between what went in the church and what went to Paul? No, because ain't nobody taught you the difference. Well, how God gonna supply your need? Because you gave to the church? That's not what the Bible says. Bible say, and my God gonna supply my need. What did you do for somebody? Well, I gave to the church. Okay, that was for the collection. What did you do for somebody? For even in Thessalonica, you sent once again unto me the necessities. Not because I desired a gift, but I desired fruit that may abound to your account. Sent from you an odor of a sweet smell, a sacrifice acceptable, well pleasing to God. But my God shall supply all your needs now, because y'all met my needs. He ain't go to no church. He ain't go to no church. No way in the world. So now, always meet your need. They was always looking out for you. Who? The church at Philippi. Well, what about the money? You had different men over different churches that picked up the collection, and they brought it to Jerusalem. I was dealing with certain churches that I had to pick the collection for and bring it to Jerusalem. Well, why the preacher ain't never said that, Paul? I'll wait. So, Paul, what did they give you, Mike? It was a gift. Generosity, Mike. That's a gift, Mike. They was always looking out for me. But what about you, Corinthians? As God has prospered him, that there be no gathering when I come. And when I come, whosoever you, then when I sent to bring your money. Oh, it's quiet today. How you was gonna have? The Bible said God does everything decent in order. Come in, Corinth. Come in, 2 Corinth. Come in, 2 Corinth. When Paul he had begun, so would he also finish, and you the same grace also, right? The same giving, right? I know y'all good, right? Y'all, we good, right? We good, right? We straight, right? Watch this. Watch this. Therefore, as you abound in everything, in faith, that's the first thing I had to make sure. I never begged you for nothing. I never asked you for nothing. I sat out here for 4 years in the rain, in the storm, in the heat, in the cold for 4 years and did not ask you for a damn penny. Then, in utterance, in knowledge, in all diligence, and in your love to us, see that you abound also in grace. So y'all saved, right? Y'all good, right? Okay. Y'all know how to speak now, right? Y'all okay. Now y'all getting this knowledge, right? Oh, okay. So y'all good in diligence, y'all good with everything, right? Okay. Do all that. See the Philippians, they got it. You Corinthians, let me teach you all how to make it profitable because of what they did for me. Well, I thought we were supposed to be doing that for the church. Show it to me in the Bible. Show it to me again. Show it to me. So now Paul, witness of others, and to prove the sincerity of your love. Y'all say Corinth. So y'all love these people, right? I ain't say me. I ain't doing it for me. I'm doing it for them. We need to see it. We need to see us. Listen, I know y'all caught up with these people in Macedonia, right? The people in Macedonia, they just was givers. They just was automatic givers. So they seemed like they had big hearts, but they just was automatic givers. This is why I'm always telling everywhere I went, the people in Macedonia never compared to the love of Christ. How he is, y'all got it? This is what I'm trying to teach you all and get you all to understand. I'm going to make this thing profitable for you if you can only get the knowledge of it. Ain't hard, baby. It just been running game on you. Now, watch this. Let's break it down. For you know that the grace, now, I ain't dealing with, I just told you, y'all got the faith, y'all got the speech, y'all got the utterance, y'all got the gift, y'all good. I'm teaching you all about generosity, the gift of generosity. Y'all have everything else. Y'all good in all diligence. Now let me teach you this game. If you get this, listen now. I taught it to the Philippians. And no matter how I was, the Philippians made sure I was going to supply your need because of what y'all did for me, not the church. And that through his poverty might be rich. And herein I give my advice. Herein I give my advice, for this is profitable for you. I'm about to make this profitable. When I was in elementary, right? We dissect the frog, right? We took the frog. I'm just a little bad. I took the frog. I cut the frog all up. Why? Because I want to see what's in this frog and how we going to pin this frog down and take. I didn't need no book. I didn't need no manual to teach me how to sell dope. I went to school. I learned about going to geometry. I go to Clark. We in the portables. I forgot the big white man name. But anyway, he said, Matthew, you can't miss class. Because if you miss class, you don't know what definition I'm going to give that day. So stop cutting class. I know you be out there cutting class. Stop cutting about a mic. You telling me about a shekel. You telling me about a talent. What the world is you saying? To $30 million. How could what you owe him? Well, he owed me 10,000 talents. The man owed him 100 pence. Do you see the difference in the story? We have talents, we have pence, not the same. We have shekels, we have mics, not the same. So I'm gonna stand in the pulpit and I'm gonna preach to you about the woman with the mic. I'm gonna preach to you about he has shekels. I'm gonna preach to you about the man talent. I'm gonna preach, and you don't have a clue of what's being said to you. Remember now, I started with Mary. I started with Mary because of the law and the commandment. According to the law and commandment, you had to pay those poor. So he had to come up with 2 doves or 2 pigeons. Mary comes up with a half of a shekel. Is that half a shekel that Mary gave to dedicate the child and bring it to the temple to get prayed for? Was that half a shekel enough to pay for her because she was unclean, because she had a baby, she was bleeding? Was that? It had no comparison with the other coins. It was just something we used during that time, that if the woman had the baby and the child had to be dedicated when we brought it to the temple. Oh, so that makes sense with the story about the exchanging of the coins. Yeah, Mike, about like that. Say, what the word y'all teaching in these churches? Nothing. I'll wait. I'm gonna break it down. You get to the end of 19, right? Paul says, while the experiment of this ministration, they glory God for his professed subjection into the gospel of Christ, and for your liberal distribution. Who this was for? Well, for them people over there. Y'all already gave me of necessity for God, love, a cheerful giver. So this don't go in the church. No, Mike, didn't I just tell you it wasn't a commandment? I'm giving y'all advice how to make this thing profitable for you. But deacons stand up there every Sunday and read that as a man. Mike, they don't have nothing to do with it. The chapter was so thankful. And by their prayer for you, which long after you, the gift of generosity, men, not women, not children, people left for Mike, them 5,000 men. They was thankful, Michael, because they sat there, preached to them. Then they came looking to be healed. Now they left being thankful on your own. That came from the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. What the people have, other than being thankful. What the people have, other than being thankful. Y'all have baskets of food. They don't have nothing. They go to Corinthians, the gift of generosity. Paul is teaching them how to help others, that it would be financial, taught them, and my God gonna supply their needs. But you Corinthians, kind of advice. And what the hell that got to do with these low-down jerkers coming in these churches talking about he that's so sparingly will reap sparingly, he that's so bountiful will reap? Mike, I don't know what pastors stand up there line teaching them how to invest. Who they investing in? The people, Mike, with the gift of generosity. Well, what the hell they been, boy? Pure garbage. Pure garbage. You go to the Bible, I never open my mouth again, Pastor. Been robbing us. To the saints, it is to them in Macedonia that Achille was ready a year. Now y'all know I came to y'all first now. He did, and I done put y'all on game. It was in Corinthians. Corinthians ain't nothing but a big. I taught them about faith. I taught them about utterance. I taught them about diligence. I made sure they had the knowledge. With the Good Samaritan, the priest, the Bible says, and the priest come out the temple, seeing the man who had been robbed and wounded. The priest looked at him, kept going. The Bible said, then the Levite came out, went over there, looked upon him, seeing that Samaritan came, bandaged him up, got. That's $20 worth. Each one worth $10. Make sure he all right. Make sure he good. How the hell we been operating in the church all these years and y'all don't know nothing about the gift of generosity? Because Christian folks are not normally generous. I don't get in your feelings. Get in your Bible. They would go before you unto make up beforehand your bounty, where you had noticed before, that the same might be ready as a matter of bounty and not as a covetousness. That too. Well, sister so-and-so got this and that. You don't do this out of covetousness. You don't do this out of covetousness. But I say, he would sow sparingly shall reap also sparingly. I'm teaching you how to invest for their want, and a supply for want, that there may be equality. I gave 1.5, Mike. I gave 1.2, Mike. I gave the one I gave 2. Why? He didn't help nobody. He took the 2. He doubled it. But the one that got 1, he went and hid it. Well, where the generosity at? Where the investment at? Paul said, I'm gonna teach y'all how to invest, baby. So now, come here, Paul. Come here, Paul. Come here, Paul. Paul says right here, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that he shall also reap. For he that sowed to his flesh shall reap of corruption, but he that sowed to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. So what you saying, Paul? Mike, listen. What you're doing every day, right? You're sowing to the Spirit. You're not sowing to the flesh. You could be out there cutting the food. You could be doing whatever you want to do. That's the flesh. But what you're doing, you're sowing to the Spirit. Before that, what the verse before that says, Mike? I'm going to read it to you. Verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate, give, share unto him that teach all good. So you was good. Yeah, Mike. So I'm making sure they good. Why the hell these good line church folks be messing this stuff up in line? Ah, Lord. Oh, Lord have mercy. Jesus. Paul says, come here, Paul. Paul. Remember, Paul, what they told you, Paul? Come here, Paul. And when James and Peter and John seemed to be the pillar, perceived that the grace that was given unto us, and they unto the circumcision, only they would that we should remember the poor. Mike, this is what this is about, right? So we, according to the 13th chapter of Acts, we got the right hand of fellowship. We going through the understanding of making sure the poor was good. But you, right? But Paul, where these good line church folks get it from? All that damn begging they doing. Because there's a difference, Paul, in what you got and what the church got. Because I see Secundus, I see Sopater, I see Gaius, I see these people. He got it from Ephesus. He got it from Berea. He got it. The Bible makes sense to me, Paul. I'm confused, Paul. They done lied to me, Paul. What went to Paul? What went to the church? What went to the people? What went to the disciples was 5,000 men. We and the people we've been trusting been robbing the hell out of us. But yet I'm going to tell you, and the love of money is the root of all evil. Where it come from? Where the evil came from? Came out of Babylon. Who you think started the coinage system? I'll wait. Babylonians wasn't no good. Media Persia wasn't no good. The Greeks definitely wasn't no good. Hold that thought, Corinne. Come here, come here, Genesis. Now y'all teach me. I want y'all to teach me, right? Y'all teach me. Y'all teach me. Call your pastor, call your uncle, your auntie, whoever. Y'all ask y'all the question, right? According to the 14th chapter of Genesis, right? Verse 20 says, and blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thy enemies into thy hand. Where you got it from? Where did he get it from? Now the Lord said unto Abraham, go out thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house unto the land that I will show thee, and I will make thee. If he just left in 12, how the world he giving 10% and 14? What the world, Abraham? Where you get all that money from? Where you get it from? Where you get it from, Abraham? And y'all gotta give 10%. Of what? And Abraham gave 10%. Of what? Of what? In the 13th chapter, and Abraham was very rich. And Abraham was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. Abraham, what a word you get that from? Boy, you just left from, in the 12th chapter, you just left from under your kindred. Now you got cattle, you have silver, you have gold. Say, Abraham, bro, what you get 10% of? The cattle or the silver or the gold? This pastor been lying to me. What you gave Abraham? Which one? Because you was, I know. If I bag it up to 12 and 9, and Abraham journeyed on still towards the south, and there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt, to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Say, Abraham, so you was in Canaan, right? Yeah, mate. Famine came. You shot Egypt. Yeah, mate. So now you about to lie about Sarah being your sister because she looking pretty. You know the king gonna want it, but you're rich. Give 10%. 10% of what? But you know, Abraham, your grandson gonna do the same thing. When the famine hit, your grandson gonna leave Canaan and go to Egypt. And as he is coming in the ending of the world. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no one deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I'm Christ, the White House. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, the Red House. Nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine. What? Mate, I sent the famine to test Abraham. You better than Abraham. I sent the famine to test Isaac. I sent the famine to test Jacob. Are you better than them? Because the famine is coming. And y'all don't know the difference between a mite, a denaro, a shekel, or a tano. So as you don't know, you won't have no spending power. may be seen in our Lord's parable of the laborer in the vineyard. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't never panic. Don't never panic. The laborers for a penny. A day he sent them into his vineyard. Because y'all think wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in God's name, it's about y'all getting whatever y'all want. Not knowing that's about forgiveness. Okay? Y'all wasn't gonna never get right. But y'all believe that Dr. Mike, I'm last. One day I'm gonna be first. Now it's time for me to be first. It's my season to be first. Don't be that stupid. He hired one that morning, one that evening, one late that evening. He told the person that started today first, last. To appear the first last and the last first. Why? 50, 60, 70 years. I know. Tell me to do it was mine. How you gonna tell me to do it was mine? That's why he said many are called, but few are chosen. Why? Because y'all don't even have no generosity. Well, I've been working all day in this heat, and I think I should have gotten more. Why? You agree with me for a penny. That's a day wages. So just because he started at 5 and y'all knock off at 5:30, you feel he shouldn't get it? Generosity. I'll wait, Christians. I ain't scared to tell you about yourself because I don't beg you for a damn thing. See, Pastor beg you. He needs you to give him your money. So he's not going to tell you the truth. He's not going to be straight. You're going to know the truth. And knowing the truth going to help you to be free. Sunday school teachers and children have always wondered why any would toil all day and receive only a penny. Even those who work but 1 hour deserve more than that. Was it because wages were so low? But if one remember that in the Roman world, the denarii represent a day pay. How you doing that? Well, yeah, pin around here. Sure. And now I'm a teenager. And I'm breaking in cars and I'm doing all this other stuff. And you mad with me because I don't want to work. But remember, Sunday school teacher, you taught me this is what it was working for. Who want to work for that, Sunday school teacher? Sunday school teacher, you say they work for a penny, right? This is a penny, Sunday school teacher. If you would have taught me that this penny is not like what we think today, but back, the difference between a talent, the difference between a denarii, the difference between a shekel, the difference between a mite, I probably would have been a better child because I went to Sunday school. I went to church. Sunday school teacher, why you're not teaching the real? Because them children that in the Bible they worked for this. You creating a monster. But y'all won't blame everything on everybody else. If the people in the church really knew the book they were teaching over everything. Now all y'all have to do is replenish with more beautiful people such as yourself more innocent people such as yourself, more believing such people such as yourself. That's all y'all got to do. But no, but no. You won't do what I tell you not to do. And then you're going to listen to the woman Adam. Ah, Lord, all y'all have to do is just have sex and be wonderful people and just replenish the earth with a bunch of beautiful people. But no, y'all open the door to let sin come in the world. And now we got to deal with all these problems. If y'all ever sit down and really understand the money in the Bible, in Jesus' parable of the unmerciful, his fellow servant, which owed him 100 pence. This means that the amount the man owed was not a penny. It is significant compared to $10,000. Talents, 30 million denarii. Again, the lesson in the good word taught in the parable of the Good Samaritan is greatly enhanced when we know the real value of a denarii. So who really going to teach us about this money? So we'll know the difference between a denarii, we know the difference between talent, we know the difference between a mite, we know the nowhere. Nowhere. See right there, brown book. Everybody want to know what you are. Think I'm going to tell them, not. The book will give the people value. Paul said, I'm gonna make this thing profitable for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all advice. This is not a commandment. Even though you want to perform it, you gotta have a willing heart. 2 Corinthians 8 and 9, Paul is teaching them how to invest in helping others, not the church. According to the 18th chapter of Revelation, I'll read it for you. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with the fire, for a strong in the Lord God who judge her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see her smoke of her burning. Standing afar off, the fear of torment along that city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise any more. Ball game. The gold, the silver, the bronze, the iron, the Babylonian system, the love for money. King Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, what that clown tried to get y'all to do? Man, he wanted us to bow down to some golden image. Huh? Say that slow. He wanted us to bow down to a golden image. Why y'all didn't? Man, we was created in the image and likeness of God. What we need to bow down to an image for? But you know what, though? Shadrach, look what it says. To do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image. They should make an image of the beast, which had been wounded by the sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. You mean to tell me, according to the Bible, according to the 13th chapter of Revelation, it's going to be about what God have already done. So God said, put me in, make your case. How can you argue with God when you don't even know the word of God? And I stood up on the sand of the seashore, and the beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. The lion, the bear, the leopard, the beast. The lion, the bear, the leopard, the beast. The beast, Babylon, Media Persia, Greece, bronze, iron. King Nebuchadnezzar has a dream of what? The bronze, the iron. Daniel had a dream about what? The lion, the bear, the leopard, the beast. So now, come here, Daniel, come here, Daniel, come here, Daniel, come here, Daniel. Come here for 1 second, Daniel. I just need you for 1 second, big. Thighs of brass and his legs of iron. Second chapter of Daniel. On the great sea. And the 4 great beasts came upon the sea, diverse one from a leopard, the beast, the lion, the bear, the leopard, the beast. Babylon, Media Persia, Greece, Rome. The brown book can't help you. Need more than that brown book. Stop all that faking in these churches, man. Jesus said all these things must pass. And it's not yet. Said on the of Olivet, told them what's going to happen. He told them, don't be like the 5 foolish brides. To get you for Mike, I ain't come back to get you. I'm coming back to establish righteousness. I'm coming, think of that. Let him come get you for. Mike, my second coming is to come. Oil in your lamp. I gave you the spirit. Pastor told us we have a need, sow a seed. That's why he get rich and you get poor. That's why he have cars and yours get repossessed. That's why he have houses and yours get foreclosed. Because you was dumb enough to believe the man. You better get to know God. And you better get to know God for yourself. Jesus told you the first thing, see that you be not deceived, for many shall come in my name. In order for you to understand, First Thessalonians. Come here, First Thessalonians. Come here. Enough all little faking and all little lying. According to First Thessalonians, read it. That which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not precede them which are asleep. Right? As for the Lord himself should first feed them until the second coming of Christ. It's not that what the Bible says. Damn what these good lying preachers say at the funeral. They're lying. You read it. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up. Then, the pastor didn't say it like that, Pastor Mike. He said, Jesus come back to get us. Show it in the Bible. Show it to me. Please show it to me. This is why in the 24th chapter of Matthew, he putting us on game so that we would have hope, man. That we would get out the way. He taught more of the rapture than him coming to get you. What the world is y'all saying? This is why in the 4th chapter of Thessalonians, Paul is teaching him how if she sleep. You the one passed by the casket. You the one say, Mama, take your... But they woke up? They woke up? Do y'all ever realize what y'all be saying? Either y'all just like lying or y'all tripping. Take your rest, baby. Take your rest. Man, you know, they was talking to me yesterday. How have they taken their rest? Explain it to me. Because I can explain it to you. Remember, Jesus said, I'm going to pray to the Father that he sent another, which is the Comforter, He's a mother to the motherless. He's a father to the fatherless. It's the comfort that's coming from God. So Paul, when we get to 2 Thessalonians, not to Timothy, not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sit in the... 1 Thessalonians deals with the coming of Christ. 2 Thessalonians, did you know that? When Paul write that first letter, he's telling them about the coming. When Paul wrote that second letter, he's telling them about the return. If you don't know the difference between 1 and 2 Thessalonians, what the world are you lying about? I'm going to teach you how to read that Bible, man. These Thessalonians, they were sharp. That's why Secundus would bring the thing from Thessalonica. I was sitting in my room every day in the jail, and I would read this. Every single day, I studied and 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 studied, and they don't know enough. It's not personal. That's truth. So now, come here. And there accompanied Secundus and Gaius and Debris and Timothy. Oh, Paul, why? Because they came with the collections, Mike. But Paul, I thought you was picking other stuff. I ain't got time for that. But when I come through, y'all got this. Okay, come on, Titus, let's roll with it. You want y'all gonna send y'all people with this money to make sure I get to where it's going to Jerusalem? So much happened in Paul's life, in the ministry, that will never be known. In fact, if it was not for Luke, the author of Acts, we would know very little about this extraordinary servant, Secundus. This is the only campus, mainly seen by the church of Ephesus. What they were doing? They were picking up the collection for the poor. They were picking up the collection for the poor. They were picking up the collections for the poor. So what y'all doing in the church today? Other than running damn game. Remember now, we learning about money. The gift of generosity. The lady said, Pastor, God give it to me, I give it to y'all. Differently every day? Impossible. There's no way in the world nobody can know that Bible that well. I don't. That's God. But I understand the gift of generosity. Damn being apostle. Y'all got titles. Why y'all lying to them people? Paul said, okay, I know what. I'm going to teach you all how to make this thing profitable for y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all want to do this? You got to have a willing heart. If you ain't got a willing heart, you can't do it. And this what made the Corinthians prosper. They said, Pastor Mike, I want this book. You want this too? You want to teach it? God said, okay, you can have it. But look, Mike had to sit there for 11 years. You ready to sit there for 11 years and learn it? You ready to sit in that jail for 11 years so I can teach to you like I taught it to Mike? You ready to sit in that jail for 11 years and argue with the nation, argue with the moral science, argue with the Sunni Muslims? Are you ready to do all that? Because that's what Mike did to get what he got. You want the book? Come that easy, babe. Don't come that easy. This is what Paul is teaching them. But thanks be to God. Put the same earnest care into the hearts of Titus for you, right? Jump us. Proving for honest things, not providing for honest things, which not only in sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. For we have sent with them our brother, whom we have oft times proved diligent in many things, but now much more diligent upon the great confidence which I should do to pick that up, y'all got. Go ahead. I'm teaching y'all how to invest, man. I'm teaching y'all how this thing goes. But you didn't come. No, it's not for the collection for no church. It's not no collection. When the collections went down, I oversaw the collection. But I'm teaching you all how to be a blessing to others, that you would be blessed. What that mean? You gave your tithes and offerings to who? To the church. Tell your pastor to teach your tithes and offerings. Tell him to teach it to you. Not tell you what it said. Teach it. Because he cannot use Malachi. That's Levites. That's not you. You Levite? He's talking to the Levites. The Levites was robbing him. Were you robbing God? How the hell you gonna rob God? Malachi 3:1 says, behold, I will send my messenger. Malachi 3:1 says, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in, he shall come, says the Lord. Behold, I will send my messenger. Verse 1, Malachi 3. Who is the messenger that's going to prepare the way before the Lord? I'll wait. Who is the messenger? Who is the messenger? He was preferred before me, but he coming after me. This is what John the Baptist said. So this is about John the Baptist. After he tell you about John the Baptist, after he tell you about Jesus, of silver, and shall purify sons of Levi. We have John the Baptist, we have Jesus, and then he's talking to the Levites. And offering in righteousness. You say, Malachi, why you go to silver? Mike, that's all we know. Mike, that's doing Babylon. We trying to get them to leave. That was Jesus gonna come and he gonna set things straight for the temple, right? But now I'm telling them Levites, if y'all don't come back, come on, man, y'all the offering of Judah in Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old, with witness against the sorcerer and against. Even from the days of your father, you gone away from my ordinance. What are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to the Levites. I'm just trying to get them to go back to the old days, Mike. What old days, God? Before they went to Babylon, Mike. Come on, God, Mike. Before they went to Babylon, I'm trying to get them come back to Jerusalem so we could go back to doing it like we used to do, so they could get this 10%. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. What about the Mike? I believe in giving my 10%. I believe in paying tithes and offering. They believe in voodoo. They believe in voodoo. What the hell is the difference? What the hell is the difference? Return unto me, and I will return unto me, says the Lord of hosts. But we robbed you in tithes and offerings. God, are we robbing you? Are we going to rob you? Or have we robbed you? Are we robbing you? Are we going to rob you? Or have we robbed you? Are we robbing you, or are we gonna rob you, or have we robbed you? Y'all, my Lord, where the world these church folks get that garbage from? Your turn, Pastor. You're the one be telling the lies. Leviticus 27 and is holy unto the Lord. And if any man will at any redeem aught against any aught of his tithes, he shall add thereunto a fifth part. 10 for the land, 10 for the fruit. Then you grow that tree on God's land. Okay then. And I need my 5% that you got 11%. If you're giving 10%, where's go 5%? David, Zacchaeus told you down out the tree, right? Remember when you was up in the tree? You came down out the tree, you went to his house, right? You was a tax collector, right? Okay. You say you gave everything back. Jesus said salvation has come to this house today, right? And then you say, if I need to give back anything I got illegally, I'll give back that fifth part. Isn't that what you said, Zacchaeus? Yes. David, when Nathan came to you, he told you about how dirty and low down and no good the man was, right? David, out of your mouth, you say he should give this, that, and he should give back a 5%. So you understood the percent illegally? Y'all so fake. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, church folks. I gotta get my 10%. We'll go 5%. Let's go 5%. Pastor Mike, I didn't know I owe go 5%. Your pastor didn't teach you the 5%? And if any man will redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereunto a fifth part, 5%. Leviticus 27 and 31. So, have y'all been cursed with a curse? Because y'all didn't give God his 5%. That's size, huh? It got quiet now. Not quiet. Not quiet. 10 for the land, 10 for the fruit, 5 anything you got with aught, 5 anything you got illegal. Zacchaeus knew he was illegal. David said what the man did was illegal, and David was that mistake pertaining to Zacchaeus. That's the little man who was in the tree. One book is like one verse. No, bitch. So this why I hit the church, right? Pastor Mike, that work. I had my members doing the dropping in net return, right? Why? Because I understood the 9th chapter of 2 Corinthians. The sowing sparingly and the reaping sparingly was investing. It's not grudgingly or a necessity. Don't do this because you're looking, it's not a sword. Because of boom. So they helping, they giving, they helping. Say, man, but I've been teaching them to be generous. I've been teaching them to help people and to make sure people was all right. Let him give, not grudgingly or necessity. Low down, lying people in the church. Show me. How you expect the people that came to, when all y'all have is 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, what they supposed to do? Because they came believing. They came to receive. Can you imagine? Oh, the Bible says Jesus had compassion on them. And Jesus seen that they were a bunch of lost sheep without a shepherd. Paul understood the church at Corinth. He understood the church at Ephesus. He understood the church at Colossians. Them Ephesus, them wasn't no poor people. Them were not no poor people in Ephesus. Them were not. And why Paul wrote the way that he wrote the Philippians, or why he didn't tell the Philippians what he told the Corinthians. Because he told the Philippians, in my God is going to supply y'all need, man. Because of what y'all did for me. How y'all made sure I was all right. And the good part, man, y'all was looking for not that I needed it. Not that I do for y'all. Philippians commandment. But now, It's time to perform that what you wanted to do. But not that you're ready. Remember now, what you invest, how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. It's an investment. We're dealing with the gift of generosity. The church never taught you about the gift of generosity. They won't lay hands on you. They won't speak in tongues. Half of them know what the hell they're saying. You don't know what they're saying. They won't think that they're interpreting what they're saying. They won't. Okay, where is the gift of generosity? Because Paul always called it a gift. Jesus' parables taught generosity. It's not that what happened in 18 chapter of Matthew, but the 10,000 compared to 30 mil. I forgave you of this. You forgave him of that. You should have forgiven him of that. In the 11th chapter of Mark, Jesus said, speak to the mountain and it's going to be removed. Then Jesus says, but when you pray, ask for something. But while you are standing praying, ask for forgiveness, that you may be forgiven. So you mean to tell me, Jesus, when I run up on a situation, I could speak to that situation and it's going, yeah, it might. But when I need something, I have to pray for it? That's what I said, huh? If you speak to... So, when I'm praying, I should be speaking. And when I'm speaking, I should be praying. That's what you've been doing. That's why you don't have nothing. The key thing is forgiveness. You want God to forgive you, but you ain't forgiving others. You was dirty. You was low down. You wasn't no good, but God forgave you. So, in turn, he won't choke the man. He won't put his hand on his man. He won't throw the man in prison. Oh, but he got dealt with. How somebody could forgive you for what you done, but you can't forgive people for what they done to you? That's why we don't have, bro. That's why we're so messed up. Dropping the net, return. Return is what Paul is speaking about. When you sow bountifully, you reap bountifully. You sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. He was teaching. Sowing. No. Wasn't about the sowing. It's a return. These people, I don't know what they want, but I know according to the 10th verse that financially and spiritually they're gonna always be blessed. The Bible says, enter your closet in secret, and God is gonna reward you. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you desire. It's really not my business. It's between you and God. The Corinthians, it was not their business. Paul said, but it's going to wind up being equality. Paul said, not that I'm putting a burden on you all, but your gain is their want and their need, which is going to make them lack nothing. And when they don't lack nothing, you will never lack nothing, because you made sure that they didn't lack nothing. It's a return. It's a return. But who teaches it like that? Y'all think it don't work like that. Wasn't no buildings everywhere. Wasn't no buildings everywhere. I might have a nice little house, got a little change. Y'all come on to my house. We're going to have prayer here. We're going to study here. It was in houses, not buildings. Mom had a little change. Mark and Barnabas was cousin. That's why Paul fell out, because to Mark's mother's house. Why? Because Mark's mama had a little change. She had a nice little size house. So when Peter get out of jail, he go knocking on the door. The road to come to the door. Peter at the door. Peter at the door. Girl, you tripping. Girl, you tripping. Yeah, Peter's at the door. I know Peter's voice when I hear it. He's at the door. But yet, the Bible said that the church was praying for Peter. They were praying for Peter. Now Peter done got out of jail. Now Peter at the house knocking on the door. Now they don't want to let him in. What the world? We better make him. Because when it happened, Peter get out the jail, knocking on the door. The little girl said, Peter at the door. Oh, no. But I know Peter's voice when I hear it. I see y'all praying for Peter. Y'all praying for Peter. God done let Peter out. Peter at the door. No, Peter in jail. Well, what y'all praying for? The Bible, they work for a penny a day. So now the child don't want to work. Now the child don't know what to believe when they pray. But yet, y'all older. Why y'all teaching them children that they only work for a penny a day? Now the children won't work. Sunday school teacher. Hey, all the Sunday school teachers, come on. Why? Because the hand that rocks the cradle, by the time he would have got older, he would have had a better understanding of that Bible and the biblical stories that go along with it. But because you taught that child, you mad. How? When you the one taught it wrong. You taught it wrong. But everything the children fault. And the sad part, y'all come out the back from Sunday school. What time back there? So, Pat, you co-sign garbage. You co-sign garbage. You're just as guilty, bro. You're just as guilty. How y'all just putting anybody? What you giving them to stand on? What you giving them to stand on? Because what you taught them was not right. But they did work for a penny. And who knowledge? Because according to the Bible, that money that was worth tens. That money that was worth $10. So you teach me, and I never heard in my life, no pastor. It was a piece of paper. Here you go. With that's a shekel. Here you go. Why? Because we can't put no graven image on nothing. We can't put no God, and we can't put no human head on nothing. Paper. Y'all grew up in Jerusalem. Your children grew up in Babylon. It's not that was said in the first chapter of Daniel? So how you expect them to know what you know? They were born in Babylon. Y'all were born in Jerusalem. Y'all was born in Jerusalem. That's how we act when we was in Jerusalem. But they was born in Babylon. So don't expect them to see like you see or how y'all was when y'all was in Jerusalem. They wasn't born in Jerusalem. They don't know nothing about Jerusalem. They only know what they have heard and what they see that took place in Babylon. Now how you going to deal with them? 16, 17 years old. When they took them out of Jerusalem and brought them to Babylon. Shadrach, so they couldn't run that game on Daniel. They couldn't change Daniel's name like they changed their name. So now Daniel being smart, Daniel having the spirit of man. Now Daniel is in control. When you study that Bible, man, get rid of that garbage that's in the world. What the hell I'm bowing down to? What the hell I'm bowing down to? Where's the wisdom and where's the knowledge that has been given to you by your God? The same God that say he'll never leave you nor forsake you. The same God messed up. Why in 2024 we're just learning about money in the Bible? But yet, look at all the money they done begged for in the last 30, 40 years. Make it make sense. What's begging for? Look at all the parables that Jesus used pertaining to money. But if we don't know the money, How could we have spending? How could we have buying power? We don't have buying power, we just have spending power. What's on that coin? Caesar, Caesar was Caesar's. Jesus. But we ain't late in the year. This is not tax season yet. No, Mike. That's not daily tax. That's not poll tax. That's temple tax I'm paying. But they never tell me what them different taxes, Mike. I was paying temple tax. Got to keep the temple going, Mike. So I had to pay my temple tax. So, well, why did Judas say that he could have sold the alabaster oil for 300 pence? He didn't say denarius. He said pence. The man owed the man 100 pence. Are we dealing with denarius or are we dealing with talent? Which one has the most power? The denarius, the talent, the shekel, or the mite? Because the lady that gave her 2 mites, Jesus, that money, that dissolved. It disintegrated, so it ain't no more good. But that money had the Son of Righteousness on it, which was my messenger. And he's going to prepare the way for him giving in the church, and y'all don't even know why. And no pastor ever gave y'all the equivalence of what that money was about compared to what this money is about. No pastor never taught y'all the difference between the church collection and Paul. The Philippians gave the Paul, not the church. Paul teaching the Corinthians how to have the gift. Paul told the Galatians that because I'm teaching you all are blessing me because I'm teaching you all. Be not deceitful, God is not mouth. For whatever a man sows, should also reap. If you sow to the Spirit, you're going to reap of the Spirit. But if you sow to the flesh, you're going to reap of the flesh. So where the hell y'all get that lie from in these churches? And this parable, you won't understand none. And that was the sowing of the seed on good ground. So now you explain it to me. Because y'all been telling a bunch of lies in these churches. And nobody knew that Bible, knew that book strong enough to go at you all. But when you read that Bible, God is always going to raise up somebody to make sure his people is always right. That's why you got to stay on top of them kings. So now, y'all been lying in these churches. Y'all been begging for this money. For what? Because according to that book, you got Secundus, you got Triumphus, you got Tychicus, brought it to the poor. Corinthians, I'm going to teach y'all how to invest. Because nobody done did what y'all did in giving and receiving. Y'all took out my God is going to supply y'all every need. Church ain't never taught it like that. All they want to do is beg for a damn dollar. But what about the people? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. If I'm lying, come show me. I'll never come on here again. Never. Never. Negroes don't know no Bible. Trap, 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 trap. Trap, 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 trap. I'm going to make it sound good so you could give good. And leave out the church feeling good. Well, what Pastor was talking about, I don't know, but it was. So you feel good. You like feel good stuff. That's why the world been handling us the way they've been handling us. God say, draw nigh to me, Mike. I'm going to draw nigh to you. I'm going to show you the game, Mike. I'm going to teach you the game. So now, I'm giving it to you all. Why? I understand the gift of generosity. Church ain't ever talked about no gift of generosity. So now, what good is I if I don't help you? Because according to Peter, according to John, according to James, told Paul, say, bro, whatever you do, make sure the poor is straight. Make sure the poor is straight. You think we do that in the church? No, we think we better than everybody. We look down on them. We don't care nothing about them. I know you really don't have. I know they have. But according to what God said, just because they're rich, that don't mean they should give more. Just because they're poor, that don't mean they should give less. I got everybody where I need them to be, right? So every day, books, put it in a little envelope. You done paid $250. Here you go. Oh, we had a nice time. What you learn? There's no way in the world you can retain all the stuff I say in the world. Why? Because it's like a buffet. I don't want white rice. I don't want the brown rice. I'm gonna eat the Spanish rice. But what about the white rice? What about the brown rice? Let somebody else eat that. This is what I want right here. So everybody gonna get, I put it out there. I'm gonna give you Matthew. I'm gonna give you Ephesians. I'm gonna give you Thessalonians. I'm gonna give you Revelation. I'm gonna give you Daniel. Why? Always want to know that about. Oh, now I got it in Philippians. Now I got it in Corinthians. Oh, that's what that about in Matthew. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. I'm bring Big Boy out. I'm gonna bring Big Boy out tomorrow, right? I'm gonna show you the importance of this money, right? The ancient money. You see that? You see that? The ancient money. The coins of Ptolemy, the coins of Smyrna, the coins of Persis, the talents. I'm gonna break all this standing. Search the scriptures. In them, you think you have eternal life. Right now, we just want that money. We want to learn about that money. Boy, look, see when I get here? See when I get here? Tables of ancient money in their value in American coins. So look, so they looking, they balking. Well, what this about? What that's about? Now they don't know. I got big boys. Boom. Here go all the coins. Here go all the money. 1870. And they had the book. They had the books. What we had? A bunch of good lying preachers. Not because they was telling lies, because they just didn't know. So now, I'm gonna put it in your face. They want this book. Regarding the value of the Bible, the denarius is worth 20 cents, may give the value of silver weight, but not the value of purchasing power. Oh, it got a little weight to it. Oh, it got a little weight to it. Can't buy nothing with it. You don't know what to do with it. You don't even know what you have. Well, why they never taught us that part of the Bible? How they gonna teach you what they don't know? Because a lot of stuff, according to the book, can be misleading if you don't know. So I'm jam this thing up. I can't put it on here because it's so heavy, gonna push it down, right? I'm gonna have to buy another stand, but I'm gonna try to find a way. I might just put a bunch of tape on it or something anyway. I won't put the big book up here, right? When I put that big book up here, get your pencils and paper. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, but get your pencils, the Bible, because no pastor never taught you all about the value of the money in the Bible, but yet every Sunday they beg for your money out of the power. Make it make sense. Where is generosity? Where is being generous towards God's people? Scripture every Sunday when y'all want to take the money. And it don't have nothing to do with the money going in the church. Of necessity, for God love a cheerful giver. Say, Deacon, don't you ever again stand up on a Sunday and tell that lie. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll finish tomorrow.